I didn't think I would have to explain this to y'all. And in fact, I really shouldn't have to explain this to y'all. But I am going to explain this to you people. Now, I use you people personally, purposefully, because when white people talk to a group of black people and they say you people automatically get offended. When you say y'all to one person, that person who you say it to automatically get offended. They say, I ain't y'all. No matter who you talking to, or no matter what you talking about, somebody gonna get offended. I'm offended when somebody tell me that I should vote for Kamala Harris because she black. First of all, I'm not a Democrat. Second, if I was, I still wouldn't vote for Kamala Harris. And third, if you vote for somebody because of their race, you're doing exactly what the white people used to do to us. You're doing exactly what racist people do to us. How can you say vote for somebody based on race after you've experienced 400 years of that and you still go through it from time to time? You cannot advance as a people if all you think about is race all the time. Now, don't get me wrong, I've experienced racism on multiple levels. I'm not saying racism don't exist, but what I'm saying is if people only vote for people based on race, black people would still be slaves. If people only voted for people based on race, black people would still be getting lynched in the streets and experiencing segregation. If people only voted for people based on race, we would still be living like we was back in the day versus having the lifestyle that you have now. So do not fall into the trappings of racism. Do not fall into the trappings of voting for someone based on race. Vote for them based on their policies and procedures and their plans for the future of all people, for the future of all Americans. Because the leaders that you choose now gonna be the leaders of today, but the leaders who you choose now gonna choose the leaders of the future. I'm gonna say that again. The leaders who you choose now will be the leaders of today, but the leaders of today will choose the leaders of the future. If you don't understand, that means Joe Biden picked Kamala Harris. And that's not going to always be the case. Joe Biden picked Kamala Harris based on her race. Kamala Harris is not qualified to be president. If the wrong person get in office, America disappears. The lifestyle that you have disappears. Do not give up your civil rights, your guns, your freedom of speech, your sovereignty, just so you can have someone that looks like you. Because although Kamala Harris is black, she doesn't speak, act, or perform as the average American. And she doesn't have American ideals and philosophies. The American ideals and philosophies in the United States Constitution and our leaders who believe in the United States Constitution are the ones who brought black people to the place that they're at right now. Not Democrats. I have to remind you, Democrats were slave owners, segregationists, and Klansmen, and they have been the ones to hold our people back. They're the ones that have our neighborhoods looking the way it does, have no jobs there, And prime example, look at Chicago, run by Democrats, run by blacks, one of the worst cities in the world to live in. Do not vote on people, do not vote for people based on race. Vote for them for the future of America. Or else you'll be practicing the same racist philosophies and the same racist ideologies as those have done in the past. Kamala Harris like to say, time to turn the page. Time to turn the page. Yes, let's turn the page on voting for people based on race. Or else you'll be falling into the same racist trap that has kept us held back for so long. You have to understand, we got this way by not always paying attention to race. You got ahead by other folk not paying attention to your race and looking at you just as a human being. I'm not worried about what color you were. That's how the Civil Rights Act came about. That's how the Voting Rights Act came about. That's how the Emancipation Proclamation came about. By people not worried about what color your skin is. Stop worrying about what skin color the president is and worry about whether or not they're going to do a good job for all of America. Because when you get a president in there that's going to do right by all of America, they're going to do right by all people. And all people does include the blacks.